My name is Todd Brown. I started coming here probably around 2016.
My name is Jennifer Brown.
Jennifer and I have been married now this summer. It'll be 35 years. Right before Jennifer and I got married, I walked away from the church. There was a couple that lived in our apartment. We became friends with them. Come to find out, they were involved in one of the motorcycle groups here in Louisville. And one time they asked us to ride with them. For whatever reason, I just felt comfort there. We hung out with them for a while, and I ended up at some parties. And one time, Jennifer and I were invited to one of the larger parties with the whole gang and stuff. And when I walked in that room, I saw things on the table. I mean, like every drug that you could possibly think of. I mean, there was bottles of whiskey everywhere. There were people passed out in their vomit. There's needles, in people's arms, and they're passed out. Everything was dark. It seemed like God opened the light. And I felt like at that time in my life, God was saying, look, you want this? Here it is. You can have it. You can walk away. This is all yours. I understood that, no, this is not what I wanted. I told Jennifer, I said, we don't want this. So we walked away, and we just kind of slowly parted ways with that. We wanted to make something of our lives. A year or so later, we had our first child. I didn't step up. And our life continued to be dark.
I just felt the distance, arguing and things back and forth.
Sometimes the escape out of the darkness was I became an alcoholic. My exit was to start drinking. It was real easy to go to the store and buy, a 12-pack, and it drove me to push God away because I was taking alcohol and using that to escape. It's one of the darkest moments in my life is when you sit there every day, you think to yourself that the easy way out is taking your life. It seemed like this went on for me like almost 5 years. It was so dark, it's almost every day I sit there and contemplate it, is today the day? I just didn't want to live. There was no light. Well, I do know why I'm alive, because God has another plan for me. I didn't have the hope, brother, In our life, it was a constant struggle. We'd be up and we'd be down. Most of the time, we spent life down. One day, my daughter had come to us, and her husband were coming to OCC. She said, Mom, Dad, I think you guys would really like this. And we were unsure of that, so we started visiting, and then it was here that, we both felt something. We felt the joy and the love that was in this church, man. We continued to come on and off, and I was starting to get back to where I was. I was understanding the message, and the Spirit was here, and it really touched Jennifer. And I think that was the brightest moment of my life, is when I saw my wife accept Jesus Christ.
When I first gave my life to Jesus, I don't know how I got up to the front altar call, but at that time I was talking to someone saying, I feel like I'm hitting a brick wall. I just want something more from my life. So at that point, I think the Holy Spirit took over, because I was next in a room speaking to someone about being baptized. Jesus shined the light on my life. There was so much joy. There was so much freedom. There was so much relief. Made new. I've been forgiven.
I was just engulfed in what Jesus was doing in Jennifer's life. And, that's what brought the change in me. There are still challenges that face us every day, and that's going to happen to everybody in our life. But now that we are stronger with Jesus, we can hold His hand and get through the darkness that surrounds us, the darkness that covers us up. We know how to get out of that. I can't stress enough at what God is doing for us in our life, and the opportunity that church has given us. We actually feel like we belong. Living in the light compared to the darkness, we are stronger. There's more love. We continue to grow. We continue to learn. We continue to share.
Satan does try to challenge you, and there still are ups and downs. Mm-hmm. But reaching out for him, if you reach out to him, he's going to reach out to you.
I want to continue, just sharing Jesus with other people and being in their life for their next step, because there's more. That's a happy part in somebody's life. I'm here to say it gets better.